Hey, Will, good to see you. This is Will, one of the members of the Northside Vistage CEO group, Will Carter. And Will is just a rock star in our group. He not only attends, he's not missed a meeting since he joined, lifetime perfect attendance. And he also takes full advantage of the networks on the Vistage website. So I believe he gets probably creates more value out of our group than maybe any other member. Will, what's your experience?
Well, it's just that, when I was about a year or so before I joined, I had heard in passing about Vistage, and it kind of sparked, it's a placeholder in my brain as something that I wanted to look into. And then I heard about it again in passing a second time. And then the third time is when it hit me in the face. And it was actually someone that I work with in the construction industry that was in this group and really that's when I was motivated to take action and to reach out to Brant and talk to him about it and then ultimately join. And I did. I dove in head first as I started my company when I was 30. I had lost my father when I was 13, and so I don't have much. I had a few mentors in the industry, but I don't have that was something I was looking for was some mentors, if you will, or other people that were doing the same thing I was doing, that were owners of businesses, CEOs, that had experienced some of the issues that I was experiencing, or maybe that I was going to experience that I didn't even know about, that I could head off before it happened or prepare myself for it. And Vistage did that for me. I take full, and so that's why I've never missed a meeting. I do take advantage of the one-on-ones. We do triads where we do a breakout session with people that are in similar industries once a month. And my wife is also a business owner, and so she gets some value out of it too, sort of through me, I guess. I'll even bring issues from that she's dealing with to process. So I get a ton of value out of it. Absolutely.
So, is there one experience, or what is it that's had maybe the most impact on your business or your wife's business?
Well, for the wife's business, we bought a practice for her, and I had never been through an acquisition process. And prior to that, she was leaving a practice with sort of a bad situation and a pretty stringent non-compete clause and contract and all that. And so navigating the exit from that situation was uncharted territory for us, and having never been through lawsuits or anything like that before. So the support I got from Vistage and that she got from Vistage as a result of me being in it was invaluable and helped us navigate that and keep our sanity. And then the next step was acquiring the new practice, and so that was a whole nother endeavor that neither of us had any experience in. So helping us out with the due diligence process and things to look out for was invaluable to her, and she's thriving now. So thank you, Vistage, for that. And then for me, I'm constantly with a growing company. We've been increasing our revenue 30 to 50% every year, and with that is more exposure, more liability, more those things that you don't think will happen to you, they do. And so, we have insurance claims and lawsuits and all that fun stuff that you hope never happens, but it's going to. And so having guys that have been through that could help me navigate those for myself, as well as point me in the right direction for resources, whether it's attorneys or whatever it is, has been great. And then the online Vistage, I use the app on my phone, and literally when used to, I would, stay up all night stressing about an issue. And, there's a technique, I guess, that when you're stressing about something, write it down. Well, now I don't just write it down. I write it in the Vistage app and I post it, and then people respond with resources or experiences or ideas that I can, sort through and decide which ones make sense and apply those to my strategy.
Well, as a former business owner myself and CEO for 27 years, I know the time demands that people have who are at the top. How do you handle a day, a month commitment?
So we run EOS, and if you've read any of the traction EOS books, traction and rocket fuel and those things, they really preach having basically booking yourself some quiet time. And it's been I've been horrible at that. I have a perfect attendance in Vistage, but I have a reminder on my calendar every Monday at 5 o'clock to take a 1 hour. And because this is what EOS tells you to do, and you just write down, you brainstorm, write down things that you're dealing with and reflect on them and just try to clear your mind and decide on your path forward. And I'm terrible at it. I haven't done one in a year and a half that I've been doing EOS, but I replace that with Vistage. So the third Thursday of every month, I go into Vistage and I tune out the construction company. I tune out everything else that's going on in my life, and I go there with an open mind, and maybe I bring an issue that I'm dealing with personally or professionally. But even if I don't have one that's at the top of my mind, I'm there to listen to the other members and the things that they're dealing with and offer them insight from my perspective. Um, Take notes for when these issues that maybe I have or have not experienced yet, when they inevitably are something I have to deal with. I've got their experiences to learn from. Um, and so it's for me, it's a time of that day is invaluable. I come out of there with a clear head. I'm energized. I'm focused. I probably have some new ideas that I'm going to go try out at the company. And it's basically 8 hours once a month to work on the business and not in the business. And it's hard to separate those two when you're in the nuts and bolts of the day to day, and you really get consumed with that. And so it really just helps me step back and take a breath and then hit it hard the next week.
And what about there is a financial commitment as well. What kind of return do you get on that, or how do you justify the financial part of it?
You know, since I've joined Vistage, our revenue from that time has probably increased 3 times,
Wow.
3x. So the financial commitment to Vistage is negligible. It is absolutely negligible. Um, and and that's just for my company. I mean, my wife's EBITDA is up 134% from when she took over the practice. So in 1.5 years. So and it's I guess I could put a dollar amount on it somehow, but it makes the cost of it Vista's negligible. It's a no-brainer.
Oh, that's super. So, what advice would you give to someone who might be considering joining a Vistage group or joining our Northside Vistage CEO group in particular?
Well, I mean, for me, it's do it, right? I mean, schedule a call with Brant, and that's all it took for me. I had a conversation with Brant for about 30 minutes, and I was convinced. Also, speaking with the members that are in the group, again, there was a member in the Northside group that we were hanging out one weekend, and we talked about Vistage for 30 or 45 minutes. And again, I had kind of been contemplating something, knowing that I needed something. I needed some help. Um, I needed a group of peers. I needed some mentors, some resources just to help me because it is lonely at the top. And when people come to me with as if I have all the answers and I don't, just because my name's on the door. And that's a stressful situation to be in. But it's been great having that, support group. And so speaking with the member and members of the group, speaking with the chair, and then I mean the right decision is join, but you got to figure that out for yourself.
All right. Well, it's been great having you in the group, and the other members get a tremendous amount from you as well, Will. So, thanks for your time this morning.
Well, thank you.